What did a medieval serf eat? What was their daily routine like? And what would have been considered a good day in the life of a medieval serf? The word serf conjures up images of peasants in medieval Europe who were tied to the land and forced to work long hours for little pay. But what was life really like as a medieval serf? In this video, we'll take a look at a typical day in the life of a medieval serf, including what they ate, how they lived, and what they did for fun. So get ready to learn all about what life was really like as a medieval serf. Medieval serfs were typically assigned to a lord by birth and were not allowed to leave their village without permission. They were required to work on the lord's land for a certain number of days each week and were also expected to provide the lord with a portion of their crops and other goods. Despite the hardships they faced, life as a medieval serf was not all bad. Serfs often had access to a small plot of land where they could grow their own food and raise small livestock. They were also generally free to participate in the religious and social life of their village and were not subjected to the same restrictions as the nobility. A typical day for a medieval serf began at sunrise and lasted until sunset. Men, women, and children alike worked from dawn till dusk to ensure the crops were planted and harvested on time. During the busy planting and harvesting seasons, serfs would work 12 to 14 hours a day. Men typically worked in the fields as farmers or laborers, while women were responsible for tasks such as spinning and weaving. Children as young as 6 years old would help out in the fields or take care of livestock. Medieval peasant meals consisted of a variety of dishes made with locally sourced ingredients. Breakfast might include bread, cheese, and fruit, while lunch and dinner typically consisted of vegetables, dairy products, and sometimes meat. Peas, carrots, onions, and cabbage were common vegetables, while milk, yogurt, and butter were popular dairy products. Meat was a less common ingredient, but when it was used, it was typically in the form of bacon, ham, or sausage. Medieval peasants also enjoyed a variety of breads, including white bread made with wheat flour and rye bread made with rye flour. Ale was a popular beverage among medieval peasants, and they also drank cider and wine on special occasions. Overall, the medieval peasant diet was simple but nutritious, consisting of a variety of locally sourced ingredients that provided the necessary calories and nutrients for a healthy life. In addition to their regular work on the lord's land, serfs were also required to perform a certain amount of military service. Men of a certain age and status were expected to participate in the lord's army when called upon, and they were required to provide their own weapons and armor. While the threat of war was always present, most serfs lived in peacetime and were able to enjoy the relative stability and predictability of their lives. During the Middle Ages, religion played a significant role in the lives of most Europeans, and the church had a strong influence on art, culture, and daily life. For serfs, religion was a source of comfort and hope in an otherwise difficult and uncertain world. They prayed for protection from the hardships of life and for guidance in their dealings with the nobility. The church also provided a sense of community and belonging, and the rituals and traditions of the Catholic faith were an important part of village life. Overall, life as a medieval serf was not easy. They faced many hardships and challenges, but they also had access to certain rights and privileges that are often overlooked. While it may be easy to romanticize the past, it's important to remember that the lives of medieval peasants were far from idyllic. However, by understanding their daily lives, we can gain a greater appreciation for the struggles and triumphs of these ordinary people who lived in extraordinary times. So what do you think? Would you have liked life as a medieval serf? Let us know your thoughts. Also, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more videos about medieval peasants. Thank you for watching.